guys. Hey, I think we're online.
Is throwing us online the same as throwing us under the bus?
No, no. I don't throw anyone under the bus because I already lived there half the time because God knows how teachers are apparently everybody's problem.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm not going to throw anybody. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus when, like I said, that's where I am. Anyway, how are y'all guys?
Hanging out in the ruts of the bus.
Who threw you under the
Yeah,
bus?
Life in general.
Sunday.
Let me drink to that real quick. It has been a busy bit for me, and I just realized I forgot to take stuff off my door that's held up by magnets. So I'll need to do that in a minute. Fun promo for anybody that's out there that might be listening. If you need to hold up a black piece of fabric to block out a window, rare earth magnets or the $2 magnetic trays from Harbor Freight work fantastic for this purpose.
Well, the reason that they work fine, great for that purpose is because they're rare earth magnets.
I was more surprised that the magnetic trays from Harbor Freight actually held it up for a good while and didn't start sliding until something pulled on it. So that's when I added the rare earth magnets to it.
Yeah,
So just a throw out there for anybody that needs to cover up anything that's on a metal door. Yeah, I just got done streaming with Nasa and Spence because Jed was going to be here, but he came home from camping with his children to a sick wife, so that canceled playing games. And it is it has been a weird 3 weeks for Chris and Nathan.
yeah. Well, I
Like,
mean, I and they're not the only ones. The same thing happened to Rick last week.
he lost Rick lost his dad.
Yeah, and then we had the funeral Tuesday.
Yeah, we Mr. Preston passed about 2 weeks ago when Chris and I were going to record a episode of Backwoods Obscura, and had to do an autopsy and everything else, and we had a really good Memorial Friday. Uh, his brother Nate gave a really nice eulogy. I did not expect the minister at their church to be like my age or younger, like
Mm,
because like the majority of the church body at that church is in their 60s. So it was kind of different to see that, but a lot of people spoke really kindly of Mr. Preston, and it was good, and everybody remembered him for the kindness that he always gave everybody. Because Lord knows Mr. Preston was a kind man and a very patient man with the friend group that Chris ran with, which did include me.
hmm
So, and then yesterday we went to Nate and his fiance's wedding shower. Talk about like a 100% or like a 180 on emotions
Yeah,
in a 24-hour period. Um, I will say this: the best thing about the wedding shower was Ruby because she had running
I mean,
commentary the entire time.
I mean it is a social situation, and it is Ruby. And I have learned the last two or three interactions with her that if if Ruby don't have nothing nice to say about somebody, I want her to sit next to me
Oh,
because Ruby is hilarious.
Ruby has no filter. Uh, like the whole time she's like, "Look at Nathan. Nathan putting all them bags in the trash after getting them towels. You ain't gonna carry all them towels, Nathan." You save those bags and you put them back in the bags and you put them in your car. And then I steal those bags from you for Christmas when I come over to help clean your house. And the problem is it's then me, Chris, Chris's mom, and Emily at the table. And Chris attempted to stop Ruby. I added gasoline to the fire because it was a good time.
He should know better.
But he tried. Like Ruby drew,
I
like
mean,
the cards that you give like the couple to like never go to bed angry, always love each other, that kind of stuff.
hmm
I was told by Emily I could not make one of those because I said always remember to put the toilet seat down. She goes, "No, we're not writing that." I was like, "Never have bean burritos before you snuggle." Like she's like, "You cannot put any of these on there." And then Ruby drew dick butt on the back of hers.
I
And the
mean,
and the
yeah.
thing is Julie didn't know what dick butt was, but Nathan did. And so and she wrote Chris's name on the top of the card. So it was 24-hour turnaround, and then I managed to drag them out to grill hamburgers last night just to get them to not. Chris and Ruby did not just need to sit there and play video games and hunker down in their house like they have for the last couple weeks. I drug them out and we had hamburgers and watched Binging with Babish, and Ruby played with Freya almost no nonstop and got my baby to eat tahine. She put tahine on watermelon and Freya ate the whole thing. And then was disappointed when we ran out of watermelon. So, and then today we ran the filler game. So it's been nonstop this weekend for me.
Yeah.
So what have y'all had? I mean, Knox, you're in the Arkansas.
Yes, I am. I am. As long as as long as I only do one thing at a time, and the internet's be fine.
And you're up there running line or
Splicing. I'll find out exactly tomorrow. But apparently tomorrow we're good. Basically, a crash course in the type of fiber that we're going to be uh working with because it's loose, not regular loose tube fiber. It is it's ribbon fiber. So it's a bit of a different process.
I wouldn't know. They've been running more AT&T through our neighborhood, which is what we've switched to now. And I keep getting messages about DirecTV, and I keep telling them no.
DirecTV's not nearly like DirecTV's not nearly as bad as it used to be.
Well, it's not.
Um,
It's not that it's bad. It's just
you got it
we
pretty
we
clear.
we don't watch TV. We at all. Like if we have anything on in the background,
Yeah,
it's YouTube. So it's like, why would I pay you extra money to watch things I'm not gonna actually?
to not watch things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
DirecTV,
I will say, whenever is that
DirecTV can get expensive really quick.
it can.
it can.
Right now, the benefit I have is once my internet bill and my cell phone bill are fully combined, I'm going to get a discount on top of my teacher discount. But I'm not going to get DirecTV because again, I don't like I have a Paramount subscription, so I don't need Nickelodeon for my child. I have a Disney Plus subscription as a Christmas gift from my in-laws, so I don't need to get the Disney Channel. Like all the stuff my kids
Yeah.
watch, I have on a streaming service that is cheaper than if I was to get a whole bunch of channels. Like I guess I would watch History Channel when it's not just counting cars. But if I really want to watch something from History Channel, I'll go watch the Skinwalker Ranch thing on Netflix. which
Yeah,
I've been told I need to watch because how bad it is.
that's come across my. It's come across my suggestions a few times. I have no idea what it is.
Um, from the bits and pieces I've seen of it, it's just about every supernatural TV show you could have rolled into one. It's sensationalized. There's a lot of stuff with it. I will say this though, I don't want to mess with Skinwalker Ranch from the stories of people who lived there before the TV show was there. Like way too much weird shit, and I also don't want to go somewhere that's named after a Nagloshi. Personally, I don't want to mess with anything like that. All of that can stay in the Southwest, and I will not go there, and I will have a good day, and it will do as it does.
Guy at work put me onto the series Travelers, and it's kind of person of interest.
Like FBI's Most Wanted kind of thing.
No, it's about AI in the future that's trying to make some changes so the world doesn't expire from basically nuclear holocaust.
Hmm. I'm
It's kind of got a person of interest vibe because AI is setting all the missions that the team's running on. Basically, they pick somebody that's gonna die, and just before they die, they send these other people in at the time of death, and they
I
basically take
I'll be back in a second. That's Mish.
okay. Keep.
they basically take over their bodies and assume their lives as if they hadn't died.
Oh, so it's kind of like Quantum Leap, but like post mortem type thing.
Yeah, but it's got a person of interest vibe as far as what they're trying to do.
That's cool. I when you said AI, I've had too many conversations this school year about AI. Like I am it is a mixed bag for me with AI because I can see where it's useful, like autocorrect, predictive text, and helping with certain algorithms. But it is the bane of my existence with kids trying to write papers. Like, no, you need to write this yourself. Do not type in my question to freaking whatever AI bot it is and then expect me to just go, oh, yeah, this is a really good paper. Especially when it uses vocabulary you don't use.
I found it useful for research. If I'm trying to learn about something and have questions, I'm able to ask questions that you wouldn't normally get answered by just a Google search. And I'm finding that part of it beneficial, but I can see the negatives to it too.
Well, I mean, there's so many things with AI that I've played around with, like the stupid AI like picture stuff, but like there's so many great uses for AI. Like there's so many things I can see it can be used for good because AI is nothing but a tool. The problem is I do not trust the people who use AI because that means I'm having to trust a people. And that might sound terrible, but that's 100% where I am with a lot of things now is like this is a really cool thing. This is really useful. How are we going to ruin it? Like that has been my stance with a lot of technology recently is how are we about to ruin this really cool thing? And so far I have not been surprised that somebody has done something kind of jacked up with it like it used to be like the okay, it's kind of cool with AI that people do like here's Elvis singing a song from the 90s. And like I kind of laugh at that, but it's also really creepy. Do you know what I mean? Like especially
Yeah,
if it's like a really good AI one.
yeah. Some of the shows I watched, some of the CSI shows, and what was it? The new Hawaii Five O show. They got into deep fakes, and you realize that there's enough information out there on you that somebody could deep fake you and you never know about it.
Well, here's the problem: is I realized this because Critical Role talked about this a while back. They have so many hours of them saying so many different things. Someone could literally use AI to generate nearly every word in the English language of them saying it because they've said it online and their faces have been online. And as voice actors, that's really scary because apparently a lot of companies have used AI to like add a little something in or shift something somewhere, excuse me, in a pre-recorded session. And the person didn't record that line. And all of a sudden they hear themselves say that line in the commercial. And I started realizing there's so much. We have over 300 hours on TBA of us talking, us on camera, that it would not be hard to mimic any of our voices. And no one, I don't think anyone's going to do that because we're not famous or anything like that. But it's kind of weird that somebody could do that and you could end up getting an automated call from yourself. And again, that's not AI's fault. That is the person using it. Like, it's AI when you type. There's a website you can go to, and you type in how many sides you want a bowl or a vase to have, and you tell it how big diameter wise it's going to be, and then it automatically calculates the angle you need to cut and how many pieces you need to cut, so you don't have to. That's AI, and that's extremely useful. So that's the reason why I say with AI, I am very I see the
AI as
it has
AI
so
as an assist is great. AI as an excuse to not do the fucking work
no,
is
it's terrible.
it, it is.
Like another example of this is I don't know. Neither of you listen to my brother and me, do y'all? With the McElroys.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Chris got me addicted to it, and Emily made me laugh because she said it's just millennial car talk. Is all it is. It's the three of them shooting the shit for like an hour and a half every week. But the oldest brother, Justin, said, I stopped at a sit go and got some things, and I grabbed a 12 pack of beer, and they had these new automated checkout stations. And you put everything in the green square, it tells you how much it is, and you pay for it. And he said, I was told it was $13, and I had a 12 pack of beer. I knew the price was wrong, so I tried to get a hold of the lady that was working there. And she said, Sir, is everything in the square? Yes. Does it tell you how much you owe? Yes. But the price is wrong. She goes, Well, you owe what it says you owe. And at first he thought she was just being, like, I'm not going to do my job. But eventually, after back and forth with her so much, he just paid
She's like, no, yeah,
he
and ultimately that's going to end up being like, no, that's what it says. That's what you pay. I'm not fixing it
that was
because
100% her opinion, is because she said they fired three of my coworkers and left me here to monitor three checkout machines that apparently aren't smart enough to know everything that's in there. So that's on them. That's not theft. That's not my responsibility. They told me to watch the machines and fix it if it broke. That's it.
the
And
machine is working. It's not my fault that it's not working properly.
and he said at first I was kind of annoyed, but then it's like I couldn't be mad at her because this is the problem. Like then they started talking about how Walmart's moving to all self checkouts, and then there's the special self checkout you can pay $6 a month to use. Uh, I don't know, Walmart. You gotta remember your fucking Walmart, but it's just one of these that's like I can understand the convenience of some of this, but also I see the stupidity of this because like if you are not paying the three Walmart checkers that you always put on the 20 lanes to check out, that means the company's saving money. Why are the prices not lower? Not, I mean,
I mean,
it'd be a penny lower based on the wages of that one location, but I know the answer is greed. I know what the actual answer is,
yeah,
but it's just one of those of Don't tell me that you're saving me money and then raise your prices because, well, the internet's expensive, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing: I'm we are not a Walmart family. Um, it's way too. It's just a. I can't. I don't like. I don't like Walmart. I used to when I was a kid. That's where we would go. But the more the last few times I've gone to Walmart, I'm looking for grocery stuff, and like the selection is not near as much as it used to be. Like the spice section is the first section of shelves inside of the spice and the sugar and spice aisle, and that's it. Uh, just the selection is not near what it was. Uh, if we were a Walmart family, then I would like we have a Sam's membership. We don't we don't check out at Sam's.
You go, you do
Like
the,
we
you do
have the
the,
app.
you do the app
We
and
have
go
the
through
app.
the magic door.
We have the app. It's not a magic door. We have the app. We scan as we go. We pay for it. We walk up to the door. We show them the app. They scan it. They look at their machine. They look at the cart, and they tell you to have a nice day.
We just got the 3D scanner at our Sam's Club, and the only reason we don't shop at Sam's Club more, and we probably will when Freya gets bigger, is because the sheer amount of stuff. Some of it will end up going bad before we could use it. In a lot of cases,
Yes.
like
Yes.
produce, and the only reason we do Walmart as much as we do is Brookshire's is almost doubling their prices. I don't want to shop at Max mostly because of like there is like a good Max in West Monroe, and then there's the Max by my house.
Hmm.
That is pretty much just a struggle Brookshire's. And I would
Hmm.
I would go to Super One, but again, that's still Brookshire's. So I mean, I don't have a lot of options here. Like I really miss a Kroger being somewhere, but that's also because Kroger had
Yeah.
coupons.
Yeah. And it's like in back home, we've got so we the closest thing to my house, the closest thing to the house is, I mean, aside from Dollar General, which depending on the Dollar General that you get into,
Yeah, it does. Like
it's
there are some Dollar Generals that are straight legit good.
Dollar Ge- Dollar General now. The bigger Dollar Generals now are what Walmart was in the 80s. I mean, they're it's about where it's at. And there's a lot of because don't get it twisted. Dollar General, the jokes about Dollar General being fucking tribbles and spontaneously fucking uh popping up in like people's front yards and shit like that. They're doing that for a reason. They're Dollar General is hunting Walmart.
Dollar General
Like
Dollar General for the
they don't
last
Dollar
Dollar General for the last 5 years has been moving into areas Walmart wouldn't. And
and that
the only reason they are succeeding is because I could either go to Dollar General and pay 20% more for most products based on volume, if not the actual price of
or
the product, or I could drive an hour to the nearest Walmart. They are moving into places like Portland, Arkansas, and Boyle, Mississippi.
yeah, and like so we got Dollar General by the house. You go further south, you hit the Super One.
Y'all got a nice
Well,
super one though.
across the street from the Super One. Well, you first of all, you pass the best stop on the way, which for those of you who don't know, in South Louisiana there is a thing called specialty meat stores. They're essentially they're essentially very very small limited grocery stores. Uh, but it's like bare bones grocery section of Dollar General and a butcher that has their own that they cut and season their own meats. You can get different you can get meats that you can't get other places. Like you can go there, you can still get tongue and tripe, and you can get things like a shodan, which is essentially it's a cow stomach stuffed with boudin, basically. Um,
Well, now I know
or
something
stuffed
I
with
need to
boudin
eat.
with stuff with it's like boudin, the boudin filling, like the rice and the liver and the meat and the seasoning and all that shit. But it's stuffed in a cow's stomach and smothered.
It's Cajun haggis.
Essentially, yeah. Um,
I'm down.
and beef instead of lamb. Um, but you'll get and each individual place has their own seasoning blend. They have their own. Some of them have their own particular different cuts of meat. Um, so you've got and all of them serve boudin. All of them have and pretty much all of them have most of them have crack. Some of them are made up. Some of them actually make cracklings on site, but cracklings is a long and drawn out process. Um, so you pass. So heading south on 93, you pass Best Stop on the right. A mile later, you have Kirchner's on the left, which is another specialty meat store. You have Super One on the right. You go another mile. You keep following the road another mile south. You have Nunu's, which is a full on grocery store and 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 Cajun specialty meat shop. And you keep going. You keep going. So you go for about a mile and a half, and you got the Piggly Wiggly. You keep going. You go another two. Go another 2 miles. You have the new Super One that they opened in Ambassador. 2 miles down the road, you have Walmart. Half a mile from Walmart, you have Sam's. Another 2 miles down the road, you have another Super One. 2.5 miles down the road, you have an Albertsons on the right, Super Target on the left.
Oh yeah, Albertson still exists. It I
And I forgot you actually end up uh between the new Super One on Ambassador and Walmart, you have an Albertsons on the left at
see
Congress.
this is what happens when you live in a town that's closer to 100K than the 48 that we got here in Monroe.
So and once again, that's not counting all of the other little mom and pop specialty meat stores and little Cajun groceries that you got. Not to mention if you're looking for lunch, gas stations exist that have better food than most fast food joints.
See, Cannon, is the grocery store down from you still doing pretty good? Because I know a couple times I've stopped there, it was decent.
The Piggly Wiggly, yeah, it's doing all right.
Because I remember a couple times when I've come to camp out there, I could always stop there to get meat, so I didn't have to carry it in the freezer, and it was not. It was a decent price right there before you take that ride over the railroad track to you.
Yeah, it's Piggly Wiggly. It might be called Ramey's now, but they still got a 5 for $5. You basically get 5 packs of meat for $25, $5 a pack.
I miss that deal, and it's the only reason I've thought about going back to Super One. But the problem is everything else at Super One, it doesn't like it does not fix the price, but also like they don't.
The,
Dewey has to
the,
eat a certain type
it's
of
not worth
dog
it.
food. Yeah, Dewey has to eat a certain dog food now because he's old as hell. and they don't carry it. Like, I could get all of my soap and shampoos and stuff. None of Emily's is there, but I think they stopped making her shampoo to begin with. But no, it's one of those things that I dislike, that I'm locked into a certain price range, especially when it's with a company like Walmart that is the almost the only game in town type situation. And Sam's Club is still part of the same company. It's just that I can go to Sam's Club and people leave me alone.
Yeah,
Walmart, both of you know, I cannot take a trip to a normal Walmart without weird shit happening.
agreed. And once again, you need to write a book. You would be able to quit teaching.
There is a good chance of that, but I mean, it's the number of times, like, the when I think I called Knox about this, Cannon. I don't think I told you. Um, I had to go replace all four tires on Emily's car. So I'm sitting there thinking I'm about to have to shell out $500. And I've just had to buy a new lawnmower since I'm mowing Bosch's yard. My old lawnmower gave up the ghost. But I mean, it was over 10 years old. Now I have a DeWalt lawnmower. I kind of like it, but it either has self-propelled on and you're running, or self-propelled off. But anyway, so I go to Walmart thinking I'm about to have to shell out, like, this is going to be like, I just had to spend $1,000 in 2 days. And so I start walking around the store to get the other stuff that I need. So because they got to do that. I get called back. Well, we found out why your back tires were losing air. We got to apologize about this. The people who put them on there put the wrong size tires on, so they were losing air around the hub because they weren't properly sealed because they were too big. Also, they were rubbing the inside of your wheel well. Okay. How are we fixing this? Oh, we're going to give you new tires on the back ones, and for your trouble, we're going to rebate you. So the silver lining to this is I handed them $150 and got 4 brand new tires, which means I made out like a straight up thief on tire prices.
Yeah,
But as I'm
yeah.
talking to him, someone started yelling and fell in front of the oil change bay from the roof, or almost on the roof. They were climbing their ladder and fell off, and the dude smacked flat on his back on the pavement. Because they're remodeling our Walmart to be one of the new fancy Walmarts that has like mannequins and shit. So it looks like you're walking through the Gap in one section and then everything's a self checkout. So this dude fell on the ground. And I'm like, oh no, do we need to call? And then about that time, his contractor came shooting down the ladder and was on the phone. Yeah, one of my Mexican workers fell off, and the dude goes, I'm Honduran. And I'm over here going,
Yeah.
like, okay, how many times has this dude called you the wrong ethnicity or wrong nationality that you fell 20 feet flat on your back and you will still yell at him? This has to be.
I mean, well,
So,
there's the thing. It's probably never happened before. You've never accidentally, or aside from this, you've never seen someone accidentally call a Honduran a Mexican, have
no, I have multiple times.
you?
Like,
Yeah, that typically ends in violence.
this is why there are several parents at my school that love me, because I realized that they were from Honduras and Nicaragua, but everybody else was just calling them Mexican. They're like, how do you know we're not Mexican? You don't speak the same style of Spanish.
Yeah.
You put emphasis in different places. But so then I'm like, okay, I just saw a man fall off the roof, but the ambulance is coming and taking him away. I'm about to get 4 new tires. Like, and the guy working goes, well, shit. I mean, he's like, he thought he was going to have to shut, like, he's like, well, I got to shut down the middle bay. My car was in the middle bay. But we get past that, and then I come inside, and there's this dude yelling. The lady that's working the register, so a bunch of people didn't show up in the tire care center. So there's one person that's supposed to be at the register and 3 people that are supposed to be in the bays. There were 2 dudes in the bays, and this lady was called from up front. And so this guy is yelling at her and cursing at her. Guys, he had been at the hospital the night before, and he had degloved a certain piece of his anatomy. I'm pretty sure the person he was with also was still in the hospital because it might have degloved a portion of her anatomy. He used engine lubricant. for a certain intimate action. He used Walmart gear and engine lubricant from the automotive section to enhance performance, and ended up losing three, as he claimed, 2 to 3 layers of skin from his John Thomas.
You know, maybe, just maybe, the man that said maybe we take the warning labels off of stuff for 5 years and just see what and just let things happen. Maybe he wasn't incorrect.
I just need Cannon's opinion on this because I'm not quite 40, guys, but my first thought was the full on Red Foreman dumbass.
My opinion,
Mm-hmm.
self checkout for the gene pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, Cannon? I'm with you. When the manager finally got back there, he took the guide to us, like, show me which one you got, show me which one you got. The guy took it off the shelf and he spun it around and it showed him in bright letters, like twice the size of every font, not for contact with skin. If contacted with skin, flush area and call this number. I'm sitting there going, I feel terrible sometimes enjoying the Darwin Awards, especially the runners up. I just met one in person, and I have no pity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that was just me going to Walmart to get tires changed. Guys, I mean, I've told y'all before, like I called Knox almost anytime a weird story happens. Like getting slapped by a crackhead in the parking lot, and then all of a sudden having the lady realize, oh, I don't know you.
Reminds me of the guy that used Vaseline on his condom and wondered why his girlfriend got pregnant.
I just took a drink. But no, it's this type of weird stuff, or the time that someone was going to try to mug me in the parking lot and they accidentally dropped their knife into the sewer drain. I mean, it's one I'll be honest with you, I have not had a weird story at a Walmart outside of the town I live in. Which I think might bring us to the crux of the problem.
People,
Monroe.
people.
Monroe people, yes.
No, I think it's just people.
I also think that someone selected Weird West when I was in character creation mode and did not let me know about that shit. Uh, get off that. I have been 3D printing minis for Extra Life like crazy. I have printed Owl Avi. I will need you to tell me a color palette later, Knox, so I can paint them because I'm probably Saturday this week have a paint party. Uh, and I have made a serving tray from a cast off piece of walnut crown molding that I planed down for Nate and Julie for their wedding, and I filled in the back glue grooves that were carved into it. I filled that with bronze powder and food safe epoxy, so it is a walnut and faux bronze serving tray.
Nice.
I am extremely happy with it because it's guys, tell me this: whenever you've been woodworking or when you've been working on any project, there's always one thing that kind of goes wrong. It doesn't ruin the project, But that one imperfection is something you will always see when you look at it. Like
Yep.
no one else will see it whatsoever.
Yep, that's woodworker owed a CD.
It.
Yeah.
I still have.
Oh man, that's which leads to, and we have all done it. We have all said it. We all say it regularly. Man, this is awesome. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I accidentally ghosted on this one section of the belt, but it's like behind the holster type thing, right?
Yeah,
Like this, like I have to attach the handles. That's the last thing I have to do, but everything up to this point has gone the way it should, and doing that real quick. But it's what
You just jinxed yourself.
I might not add handles now because of this. I might just say it's good enough right now. Wipe, double check on wiping it down with a towel and buff it, just with crinkled paper. But I'm so happy the way it's come out because it looks exactly like it's supposed to at this point. Other things I've been working on this last week have not, but hey, super glue fixes miniatures.
it does.
There's one miniature that is mostly super glue at this point.
You know what else fixes miniatures?
Reprinting them.
A propane torch.
Oh, melting the resin back so you can reattach? Or are you saying just burn them all together?
Completely destroyed that son of a bitch.
I have not. I've only had one absolute failure in that sense. And it was, again, because of the STL file. There are 2 micro layers not in it. Therefore, if you look at it in the original file, it doesn't look like there's one. But when you zoom in, there is a tiny, tiny gap, and that prevents them from connecting. So I just can't print that many. But so far, everything has printed. No, excuse me. Pretty good. I got to get Moose and Claire to send me STLs for their characters so I can print them. But I'm figuring they've been busy.
Yeah. Did I send you the
You have not sent me Two Stripe. You've sent me Owly
Okay.
or Owl Avi.
Okay. I'll uh shoot me a text message Friday afternoon
If I remember, I
and
will.
I can do that.
I need to
Yeah, so I
also.
can do
I
that.
need. I need to print Nope Rope, Two Shot, and Salt or Solomon T Nuts. Um, Jed's character. Oh my God, poor Emily. Because you realize
Ain't no poor Emily. She knows exactly what she's getting into.
it's you and me playing Nope Rope and Two Stripes, and the Jed playing Salty Nuts. Oh, she's gonna kill one of us. I'm just gonna trip Jed so it's not me.
Yeah,
I gotta change the first game though. Trip's not gonna be able to make it that weekend. Apparently, he is going to a concert with his wife and didn't realize they were going to a concert. So, Rory and On and Off will have to ride into the sunset another day. But the next thing is I got to build a lot of terrain. Like, I have to build a freaking pirate ship. Because I'm pretty sure Kogo and Arlana are going to fight on a pirate ship.
I mean, yeah,
I'm only making one.
Has Jake contacted you?
Jake?
Yeah.
Mm, no?
He said something about maybe trying to come over Extra Life weekend and bring all of his minis. He's got a pirate ship.
Well, tell him to message me.
I did. I told him to give you a shout. He said something about maybe running a game for you, and I told him he needed to You need to get with you pretty quick because your slots were filling up.
I think all of our slots are filled up currently, but also something I don't know if it's something Jake would like, but I know Knox for your games. Right now, all of the Halloween buildings, like the little laser cut Halloween buildings from Michaels,
Hmm.
are on sale for 50% off. So they're like $5. They're slightly off scale, but if you just need terrain for like, here's a busy street. Emily and I have 5 of them, and they all light up. And I do not care that they're laser cut wood. I will put them down on a map for us to play on just fine because I don't think Emily wants to paint them since you'll lose the laser cut lines when you paint. So we'll put that all that's going to be used because I know you and if I recall right at the end of Lost Seas, Gleam and Avi were near each other, and Kogo and Arlana were like, "We're about to charge face first into the mothership of this invading navy." Because that might be my family members strung up on the front. Which, God save whoever Kogo and Arlana are going after.
Yeah.
Also, Emily's gotten very mad at me since everything connects kind of back to Loth with our last 2 campaigns,
Hmm.
which means I have had to look at a lot of spider stuff, and she's not happy about that. Because she got the arachnophobia.
Yeah. I mean, that's her problem.
It also becomes mine.
So if a giant spider shows up in your front yard, she's gonna freak.
Yes, and I will have to go kill it.
I'm not talking about a living spider.
Like, if you're talking about one of those giant yard decoration spiders, yes, my wife will get very upset, and then I will still be informed to go kill it.
I know what to look for at the Halloween store now. Get me a stock up.
Cannon, do not do this to me. Remember the love you have for me. Do not do this to me. Oh shit, that is not the right way to apply this because that's just going to make you do it more.
Yep.
Ah, fuck.
I'm thinking spiders in the tents when you go camping and I'm there. I'm thinking spiders in your bathroom when I come to visit. Spiders in the kitchen cabinet. Spiders in her front driver's seat.
I mean,
And
to be fair,
endless.
Do
to
not
be
do.
fair,
Cannon,
to
I
be,
can't
to be fair,
save you.
to be fair, you can save the time and effort for the camping because we all know that
She is not going to
Emily
go
can't
camping.
do that.
I took her camping on your property once, and that was enough for her. She was done. But no, in my mini boxes, unless they've gotten moved around the last time someone else was using all my mini boxes for DMing, I have to clearly label the box that has the fuckload of spiders in it. Because I asked Emily to open up a box for me and look in it, and I had bought like that like $2 bag of like 1-inch plastic spiders, so I could have a bunch of spiders to throw out for giant spiders. Because
Hmm.
they're like the size of a medium sized creature. Plus, I 3D printed at work some things called shield spiders, which have like they're a large size mini, and they have like a they look kind of like Lucas the spider if Lucas got really jacked on the front 2 legs. She opened that, and then I got hit with shit
Yeah.
because she flung the box away, and then I had to find where all the minis went to, which I did not. Which means one time she found a spider on the floor, and it turned out to be made out of rubber. So, which by the way, anybody out there listening, if you go to Amazon or Walmart or Spirit Halloween right now, for less than $5, you can get like 200 freaking plastic centipedes or spiders. They're great
So
minis.
for
They're great minis for your
so
games.
for, so, so for that price, you can get murdered.
Yeah, 100%. Just yeah. I also found one called fungal spiders, which are really cool, but she hates the mini, so I don't get to use that one very often. She also does not like the skull coconut crab because it looks too much like a spider. But skull coconut crab is pretty dope. But yeah, let's not get me murdered, Cannon, please. I would personally prefer that.
I agree. Like 60%.
Y'all just spoiler fun spoilers.
Well, see, like Nox would be on your side if it was just, does Hewitt only get maimed? Then he's in.
This is true. Yeah,
If Hewitt is
this is true.
dead, that's bad. At least I hope he feels that way.
I do.
Mostly.
No, if it would end up in your life force expiring, then I would be then I would be not as for it. Now, adjusting the plan so that she only hurts you a lot, that I'm down.
So,
I feel the love.
so Mummy Hewitt is okay.
Yes.
I'll make a mental note of that.
Y'all are over there now going to try to like low key ask me, Hewitt, what is your deductible?
Don't have to worry about a deductible if I'm around. I'll do field first aid on you.
I do not trust that. I do not trust that. That's how I lose a toe.
I've been through combat lifesaver course 4 times and scored 100% all 4 times.
I'm not doubting your skills. I'm doubting the motivation. Anyway, to get off this subject, talking about something spooky. Did I talk to y'all last time about going to McRaven house in Vicksburg with Chris? Did I talk to y'all about that?
Uh,
I hadn't heard of
I,
it.
th- I think you mentioned it in passing.
I think I might have mentioned that we were gonna go because I think we went the first weekend of September and we didn't do one of these then. So for Chris's birthday, I took him to McRaven House because they do ghost tours. And so we went there. We went to Key City, got a pork belly and chicharron pizza, which was really good because I had the chicharrones after they cook it, and
Okay.
then bought a bunch of beer because they make their own. And then we went and while slightly buzzed, went and did a ghost tour. And the first part of it is if you go at 8 and you do the ghost tour, not the history tour of the house, and they take you through this house that if you go to Vicksburg, it's in the dead center of town. The street that leads up to it is pretty rough, but this house used to take up like 20 acres in the middle of Vicksburg. And there's 3 stages. There's the original version when Vicksburg was apparently known as Walnut Hills. And then there's the addition that was built by the sheriff, and then there's the addition built by the Bob family. So we went through everything. Chris and I had to be careful because all of us in this chat, the handrails were plumb height, and y'all know exactly what I mean by that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so everything was well below our center of balance. So we get done with this, and it turns out all the ladies that are on this ghost tour think Chris and I are with the ghost hunting group that are doing the after the tour. You get to stay till 2 a.m. in the morning and actually go do a ghost hunt or do a ghost investigation. And the reason they thought Chris and I were part of the team is because we were both wearing all black and apparently look like ghost hunters. And that the dude who was actually the ghost hunter was wearing all black, had a big beard, but he was bald. And then Chris and I have beards and we're wearing all black. So, any case, we go through, and 90% of it is us sitting in the house being told you cannot provoke the spirits. which we weren't going to because I ain't getting punched by a ghost. And playing around with ghost hunting technology.
Mm-hmm.
And the first part was they had the dots flashlight, but they both of the dots flashlights they had died. And the tour guide was like, "Oh, maybe something's draining the energy." And then the ghost hunter goes, "No, we just fucking forgot to charge them. They're USB rechargeables." So we didn't get to do dots. Uh, I will say this: I really don't like dowsing rods because if you do not have a steady hand, they cross all the time. We had the spirit box. We had the little puck that goes boop when something supposedly touches it. I forget what it's called right now.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, nothing's happening. But when we were sitting in the main room, like Chris and I have been talking shit on this the whole time. Like we were loving it, but we're also debunking like, oh, the floor started to move. Well, the air register goes underneath this part of the floor. So there is a piece of air conditioning under a super old wooden floor. So when it all of a sudden kicks on and a bunch of air goes through it, all of a sudden you feel it move. The only two things we could not explain is at one point the light in the dining room started flickering with no one touching it. And I was like, bad wiring. And they're like, no, we just updated all this. And I'm like, oh, bad light bulb. Like, but when we were in the front room, I had the spirit box and it kept saying move. Like I kept hearing move coming over the spirit box. And I know like most of it might be the pareidolia effect of like you hear what you want to hear, but it kept saying move. Door, move, door, damn it, move. Like all of a sudden I heard damn it, move. And I was like, oh, damn it doesn't usually appear on the radio, does it? And then my entire spine went cold as it felt like something shoved me between the shoulder blades.
Yeah.
So I moved out from in front of the door, and the whole room because it was like three college age girls, grandma and mom, and all of a sudden, so you got the three little ladies and the two older ladies, and then there's me and Chris who are like head and shoulders taller than the rest of the group, and I hop my happy ass out of the way, and I go, all right, who else wants to try a spirit box? And they're like, everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine, fine. I'm just not sitting in front of the door right now because apparently I need to move. So it turns out the door I was sitting in front of was the door that they used to put someone's casket on when the funeral was actually in the house. Like they took the door off and put it over a set of sawhorses and had the body on display in there, and then they took them back out through the door frame the same way. Which is really weird. I think I might have imagined some of it psychosomatic, but it was weird. And I did not enjoy getting told to move and then my back going cold. So, yeah, that's McRaven House.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh, on on the dowsing rods, yes, you are correct. However, when we went and did the ghost hunt thing for Moose and Claire's wedding, little pre-wedding thing we did with them, um, yeah, if you're not stable, then if you're not super steady, then they'll spin. They'll spin kind of freely. You know what they won't do? Stop four times while being stop two times while being held by two different people. So four times total. They won't stop on the same person four times being held by two different people.
neat. But
So
it's one of those
that
of.
was
Go ahead. Sorry.
so that was cool.
It's one of those that Chris and I want to do it again. There's some ghost hunts down in Natchez that start up in December. So, but we got to look into it because it seems kind of like a yes. Do you want to take a Moonlight and Magnolias tour at midnight in Natchez? And my answer is no, no, I don't. I really don't want to just go to a plantation at night. Uh, Give me some ghost hunting stuff and leave me alone in there so I can scare the shit out of myself. I'll do that one. But it probably means that Chris and I are going to be looking for more ghost hunts to do and probably reaching out to people. Like I hear the DeRitter does a ghost hunt in their Gothic prison, though the hanging jail that they have over there. But right now it's a haunted house, so I don't think that would help. But it was neat. Weird stuff. Um, my thing is that we went out to go see the mass grave, and I really would have preferred being told that I was standing on it before I was, because
Hmm.
there's 13 to 15 Confederate war dead buried on the property that have been dug up and reinterred at least once. So, because it served as a hospital at one point and was also owned by the heir to the French's mustard fortune. So, neat.
Huh.
The other problem I would have had living in that house, not just because it was haunted, the guy put a modern bathroom and a modern kitchen in the basement. I don't want to walk from the second floor to the basement to take shit, personally. But you don't want to modify those old homes too much. But also, there's apparently a couple other haunted places in Vicksburg that do tours. So I don't know. Chris and I are probably going to do it again. I will definitely extend the invite to other people that want to tag along, because if we can get a group there and be allowed to be us hunting ghosts, I think it'd be hilarious and definitely agitate a ghost enough to do something. But
I need a voodoo doll.
no.
No, we got a thing at work called the betting dollar. It's basically a Megatron head made out of plastic with a $2 bill on it, and you get somebody gets betted to do something, and if they do it, they get that trophy to put on their desk. Well, it's sitting on my desk right now. My boss, I've been trying to get him to go on a ghost hunt for years, and he is deathly afraid of the paranormal. So my bet's gonna be to take a voodoo doll in and bet a guy to go drop it on his desk and say the words, Baba Yaga compels you to be like Natasha.
Don't do that, Cannon.
Oh, I'm gonna do it.
You're
Or,
you're gonna
or,
you're
and
gonna you're gonna okay, look, this is weird. This is gonna sound weird coming from me. Don't kill the vanilla.
and follow me here. I've put a lot of thought into this. Don't do what Hewitt said.
Knox.
Do you know the Baba Yaga story, Hewitt?
I know a bunch of Baba Yaga stories.
The Baba Yaga story where Natasha goes to her house because she's lost and she tries to do the right thing and she escapes after Baba Yaga goes to sleep. So she was kind and clever. So that's what he's going to be compelled to do, be like Natasha, kind and clever. But he's not going to know the meaning.
Oh boy. Okay, guys, I just shared something in Discord with y'all. Before we sign off tonight, we got to do our tradition of reviewing a couple houses.
Well, this is the order for me.
Is it actually popping up?
All right.
It looks like a big old hotel on a swimming pool.
Yep. When I typed in
Kind.
when I typed in uh, Zillow Gone Wild, this is one of the first ones that popped up. Can you see it, Knox, or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you do us the honor of reading the stuff as we look at this? What looks like a Disney resort.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's only $17.25 million. 8 bedrooms, 16 baths, 19. 1,000 square feet.
This is a Sam's Club with extra bathrooms. Okay, I gotta ask y'all, does anything in this first picture seem photoshopped?
You mean aside from everything?
Yes.
Yeah, everything.
Okay, getting to the 36 acre gate. And if you get to picture 3, you will see the thing that we all actually want on this property, guys.
And it's a barn.
There's a barn.
It's the barn. Yeah, it's the barn.
Behind the barn, there's also a basketball court. Don't care about that. I care about like what I think is supposed to be a 30,000 square foot barn.
Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Then
Yep.
somebody's cars.
And then think some cars that people rented.
Yep. The pond, which I think we would enjoy the pond. I'll be honest, I hate this place just because of how bougie it seems.
Yeah, like
Uh,
the grass is pretentious.
this grass is more well kept than several football fields. However, I will say there is a Chihuly chandelier at number 12, which is super expensive. Emily loves the anything to do with Chihuly because her parents were always big fans of that. Uh, hate 13.
I don't know. I'm not. I don't dislike it.
There's too much. It is too big. Also, I don't want someone to I don't want to be watching TV and someone from a balcony. What you watching? 3
Yeah,
balconies.
I mean, and that's the thing. That's why you make sure that, in the words of the boss from Saints Row 4, um, I need to have, in this case, a Nerf weapon 4 feet from me at all times.
Uh, that's a terrible dining room in number 15.
Yes.
There's the kitchen with underlighting in the cabinets, and then there is a galley kitchen. Hold on, is the sink red? The sink is red.
Yes, as well as the backsplash.
They have a full fridge, which no one cares about because that is full of beer that no one wants to drink. And then there is the liquor cabinet next to the wet bar.
Yeah. Oh no!
What the fuck is happening in
No!
21?
Why they got yard decorations inside?
Which number are you on?
Yeah.
What one are you on? I'm on 21, and I don't like what they're doing with all the wine.
Yeah, those are all yard decorations, dude.
Pool
The
table,
wine bottle trees and stuff like that.
but uh, the, I'm assuming that's a dishwasher in the extra living room.
No, that is up.
Is that a microwave?
It's an oven.
Number 24, that's an oven.
That's what it
It
looks
might be,
like.
or it might be a. It looks like it might either be an oven or like an air fryer kind of thing.
25's chairs in the fucking hallway. Number 27 has the dog cabinet. Because, of course,
I don't mind. I don't mind pet architecture.
it feels like this whole room might be dedicated to the dogs. Number 28 is way too bright.
Yeah,
Okay, there's a bowling alley.
that would explain why it's so bright.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and there's apparently seat cubbies along the bowling alley. Oh, fuck that furniture in number 31.
Yeah, fucking laser tag lobby.
This is where Zach Morris and his friends wish they could afford to have lunch.
Correct.
Also, how many times would one of us, okay, not Cannon, because Cannon is actually a proper adult. Knox, how many times would you or I hit our heads on that weird ass couch?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say at least once.
Although I do like the light. Yeah, I do like the light fixtures now.
They look like Destructo discs.
They do.
Uh, number 32 is a really weird bedroom. Oh, no, 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 to the bathroom. No, no, no. No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Everything's a mirror.
Yeah. Closet.
Except that monstrosity. Who used to own this house?
Uh,
The washroom's not bad.
that that's
Hold on. There's there's a TV room that has bunk beds in the wall of the TV room.
barn.
Boat, bunch of cars. Guys,
Barn.
we would not leave the barn, and we would, because there's a whole ass kitchen, and we just wouldn't have the cars in there. We would convert there as a bar.
So yeah, it
It,
has literally everything.
okay, we don't care about the rest of this property, but would we agree we get rid of the glass top on the bar and
No,
and
just put interesting.
fix that fucking
No,
fix that fucking miter
just
right there that's right in front of us.
yeah, just put interesting stuff under the glass.
Okay,
Like put Topher under the glass.
That is an option.
dear Lord, it looks like they had a cooking class in the barn. Like they were trying to do the next chef type of thing. Hold on, is that a church?
No, that's for eating.
On the
Yeah, it's
40,
a like a reception hall kind of place.
I'm just saying on 40, 47,
Oh, that's a
48, like
church.
this.
That's for the barn dance.
Okay, low key on 49. I kind of want to sit on that couch because it looks like it would be soft. Another bar that I'm assuming is out in the shed. I'm not done with pictures. Guys, that's too rich for my blood.
Agreed.
All right, let me pull up. We'll do one of the other ones real quick. Okay, we will do Sykesville, Maryland. Sykesville, Maryland. Knox, again, if you do us the honors of this house in Maryland's.
625K. 4 bedrooms. 4 bath. 4 bed. 4 bath. Yeah. 5,767 square feet.
I'll say in picture one from the outside, this is another house I would never want a roof.
Or paint.
Okay. Picture two is a map room. That's probably the front entrance, isn't it?
More than likely, yeah.
Then
This is giving me Guild Hall vibes.
that's like 3 levels right there too. It looks like. Okay, then we get to a oven with a green light.
Then
Glass cases. Knox, you're not wrong. I'm still feeling Guild Hall. Like that's where you put all the trophies.
yeah,
Okay, definitely
or
70s vibes in number 5 with the faux stone wall.
yeah,
I don't hate the kitchen,
no,
minus the Beetlejuice stripes
the parquet floor.
and the popcorn ceiling tiles. I mean, it's just a drop
Well, that's
ceiling.
all. Yeah, that's a drop ceiling.
That's an easy fix. Hold on, is that still part of the kitchen that goes to that stairwell?
Yep,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
the section on the left.
Yeah. That it just looks like a. Is that just a wet bar? Yeah, that's just a wet bar right there. Hold on. What's on the cabinets?
You know, like a
Kind of it is
decor paper kind of thing.
another. This place doesn't have central heat, guys. When was this place built?
Mm,
Oh no, 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 no. Number 9 is where somebody dies when we've all been drinking.
it's not. We have seen a lot worse.
Another shot of the kitchen. Somebody put a handrail coming out the kitchen into the next room. Where is that the hold on. Is that a second oven?
This
It looks like a
might
second
be
oven with a
Butler.
fridge.
Looks like Butler Pantry.
Yeah. Dishwasher. It's a backup kitchen. Number 13 though.
Effluent door
Back to the first room again where we got the map and portholes.
and portholes.
Yeah, it is 3 floors right
All
through
right,
here.
all right. I'm gonna say this as an aficionado of rustic and as a woodworker. I'm gonna say it, boys. Too much wood.
You know, if there was variety in the type of wood, this is
This
a
looks like
whole lot of
a
pine.
Minecraft. This looks like a Minecraft house.
We need to get our hammers or our nail guns and make sure we got some concrete, right? Or cobbles.
Yeah. Yes. Or fucking paint something.
There's a
Like even
there, there's a
just paint
t
the second floor.
there's a TV at the end of this. This does not seem like the room you'd put a TV in.
Yeah, man. Oh, sorry. Okay, then this may not be the entranceway. That may be the great room.
It could be, but like, I'm also not
Looks like a prison ward.
like
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
that
on
too.
17 and I'm not seeing like doors other than what looks like closets on all 3 floors. Like, it doesn't seem like these upper levels. Like, there doesn't seem to be like a. There might be on the 3rd floor. No,
Nope.
no, no. It is just you.
There's just balconies for balcony's sakes.
You got Dad got so mad at you he banished you to the 3rd floor to watch the football game.
Yep.
Um. Okay, so now we have just a random white room.
Bedroom.
Yeah. Oh, it's off the wall. It's off the room with the faux stone wall. Okay, that bathroom's not terrible. Number 22 is the most overdone. Oh, it's an office that runs along whatever the great room is.
Yeah, yeah, because that's the porthole.
This is where we set up all the 3D printers.
Yep,
Very beige bathroom.
yep. Copper. That's the yellow room. That's red carpet.
Wow. You know what? I don't hate the bookshelf around the window. Got another weird room at number 25. How many offices does this place have? There we
There's
go.
the dance hall.
Number 27.
There's the dance hall.
Oh, it's a mirror back there. I thought that was a bar. Then we got a loft. And a sliding glass window door that goes to another stairwell that's inside the house.
That's probably the balcony area. Then again, I could be wrong.
Number 31 is giving me some confusion. I feel like it was designed by AI. Oh, crap. I gotta get back. Accidentally clicked off. Like,
Hmm.
is 31 messing anyone else up when you look at it?
I mean,
We got two
no more
sets.
than like four other rooms in this house.
Like, we got skylights everywhere. We got windows that seem to be opening up into other rooms. We got windows that open up to the handrail of another room.
Yep.
And then why is there a handrail like 6 inches away from the other windows? What the? Okay, there is actual walk space, and it goes into a pink bedroom. I don't want. I don't have to put curtains up so no one can see me in my bedroom. And that there's a balcony going through this bedroom too.
Yep. This is somebody was really, really, really impressed with the concept of balconies.
I feel like you can see where the bed would go on that like slightly curved wall, right, with the two lamps
Yep.
and all the outlets. Like murder shower in the pink bathroom,
I mean, yeah.
jacuzzi tub. A balcony that just goes to a wardrobe.
That's where Narnia is. Oh, there's like a window that shows you the roof to the next building. So yeah, that's the great room again. So
Yeah.
yeah, the balcony go fucking nowhere.
The backyard, that's a stone patio. Oh, number 43, there seems to be a decent sized shed that they will never show us the inside of. This house is a
Like,
photo.
are you sure that this isn't the Winchester house?
It's not. I mean, this is in Maryland. Oh, and now on 46, we have a layout, so we could totally use this for a D&D layer. So there is the great room with a very long office, and off of the office is a bedroom with a bathroom and a walk-in closet. Then there's a living room, a walk-in closet, an entry room with a fireplace, the dining room, the kitchen, the hallway bathroom combo storage, family room, bedroom off of the game room that has a walk-in closet and connects to the laundry and the pantry and the bar.
Dibs.
And then you get to the second room that has the primary bedroom, which also has the super weird, like, balcony wardrobe. Then you got a hall, the electrical room, a balcony off of the electrical room, closets on the second floor. Are there literally only, hold on, one? Okay, so there's 3 bedrooms so far. On the third floor, there's a loft and the balconies over the open great room. I hate this place.
Yeah. It don't make sense.
Cannon, how much wasted space is in there?
Approximately 5,767 square feet.
I feel kind of bad for clicking that one, guys. It just said Zillow said gone wild, a lot of balconies. They didn't
Yeah.
lie. They did not lie.
Yeah, and I think the answer to the question is how much wasted space. Yeah, it's about 5,800 square feet. Now
Excuse me.
that I can get behind.
Now, what can you get behind?
The yawn.
Well, guys, it's 10:13. I got work tomorrow. Everybody's got work tomorrow. So thank y'all for hanging out and talking tonight.
Yeah.
So
I got a short day at work tomorrow, but I hate my short Mondays that I have to go in.
this is the last week of the 9 weeks, so we're finalizing grades. So I'm gonna have a billion kids asking me what they can do to raise their grade. My only response is pass the 9 weeks
Do the work
test.
when I give it to you.
Pass the 9 weeks test.
What
So
can I do to raise my grade? Dude, what can I do to raise my grade, Mr. Hall? Do the work when I give it to you.
Or learn to suck dick.
nope, not saying that one, Cannon. That's how I go to jail. uh Anyway, we are Team Bonus Action. We are currently partnered with Bassin Children's Hospital through Extra Life and the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals through the end of the year. If you make a donation to us, all proceeds will go to that to help families pay medical bills. So if you can donate, we would greatly appreciate it. This next week, I think we might be back tomorrow with Holy Winds. It all depends on if a couple people can make the game. And then we should be, oh, excuse me, back next Sunday with Darkness over Ravenwood, which will be a live play game that'll run for about 4 or 5 weeks. And then we'll be back with Darrowan after that. And in November, we have Extra Life coming up. So there will be from November 1st through the 3rd. We will be playing over 24 hours worth of D&D games. So tune in if you can.
Extra Life is the first weekend in November.
It is the first weekend in
Yep.
November, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
It is typically like every couple of years. Every couple of years, it's my birthday. It happens on my birthday.
I've already got your presents.
Yay!
I was thinking we've got a Ren Fair in Mississippi that's just starting the second weekend in November, and a Ren Fair in Florida the third weekend in November. I didn't know if I was going to be available to maybe try to come.
If you can make it, you're always welcome, Cannon. It will be in my house this year because Bosch has moved to Arkansas and put a bid on a house with 6 acres of land. So he is going to be happy because he's out in the woods. But hey, Nox, since you're here,
Oh, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us this evening, folks. And until next time, don't let your meatloaf